The game of baseball is filled with many World Series champions and all-time greats. In this video, we're going to name the best MLB player from every ring total, all the way from 0 to 10. Without further ado, let's rewind onto that list. We gotta start at the bottom with 0 World Series victories. For this spot, I only want to consider retired players, and this debate really comes down to Barry Bonds versus Ken Griffey Jr. With that being said, the biggest challenge would be deciding how to judge Barry's career. You may or may not know, but based on reporting and court records, Barry Bonds began using PEDs before the start of the 1999 season, so we can either wipe the next 9 seasons off his resume, wipe out his entire resume, or wipe out none of his resume. It's a matter of opinion on which you think is more fair, or if you just want to compare the two at their peak without Barry's PEDs. For this video, I am only going to include up to his 1998 season. As for Ken Griffey Jr., his peak was one for the ages, but his overall career was riddled with injuries as he was quite an injury-prone player. Barry is a 3-time MVP even before getting juiced up in 1999, and a 7-time MVP overall. Ken Griffey Jr. is only a 1-time MVP in 1997. Ken Griffey Jr. is clearly the better role model and underdog worth rooting for, but even if we limit Barry to his 1999 season, you can still make an argument that he accomplished so much more in that time frame. So for this spot, I am picking Barry Bonds. The best player to only win 1 World Series is a tough call between Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. Honestly, this might be the closest comparison in all of baseball, both in terms of awards and stats. Hank has slightly better overall stat totals, but we can't forget that Willie served in the military during the 1953 season, so imagine if he played a full extra season in his prime. Would Hank still have the stat total edge? Who knows? What I do know is that both players are legends and you can't go wrong here. If I had to find a tiebreaker, Willie's wins above replacement is at 156.1 and Hank's is at 143, plus Willie is a 2-time MVP where Hank only has 1 MVP. It's really close considering they both have similar batting averages around 30%, but I have to find a tiebreaker somewhere, so Willie gets my pick here. He won the World Series in 1954 as the New York Giants beat the Cleveland Indians in a sweep of 4-0. The best player to win 2 World Series is easily Roger Clemens. Now, to be fair, he does have a position advantage since he is a pitcher and pitchers can make or break any game. It's kind of like the quarterback of football in a sense, but he's still a legendary player regardless, as he is an 11-time All-Star, MVP, 2-time Triple Crown, and won the World Series in 1999 and 2000. The New York Yankees beat the Atlanta Braves 4-0 in 99. And in 2000, the New York Yankees beat the New York Mets 4-1. The best player to win 3 World Series has to be Stan Musial. At the time, Stan was playing in St. Louis, and that was the westernmost baseball team during that era. If Stan was a Yankee, the media would have written him as one of the best all time. He's still one of the greatest regardless, but Stan was playing in a smaller market, so the media wasn't as hyped about him. Not only is Stan the man a 3-time champion, he's also a 3-time MVP, 24-time All-Star, and holds 7 batting titles. In his most accurate hitting season, he held a batting average of nearly 38%, though in his rookie year, he had an average of 42% but only played 12 games in 1941. He won the World Series in the years 1942, 1944, and 1946, while playing for the St. Louis Cardinals. Rest in peace to Stan. The best player to win 4 World Series is easily Sandy Koufax. Sandy is an MVP, 2-time Major League Player of the Year, 3-time Triple Crown, 4-time World Series champion, and holds 5 ERA titles. His lowest earned run average was 1.73. Imagine holding an entire team to less than 2 runs in an entire 9 innings. That is crazy legendary. Sandy won the World Series during the years 1955, 1959, 1963, and 1969, nice, playing for the Dodgers. Have 5 World Series wins, this is a tough one. We got Derek Jeter versus Reggie Jackson. 2 different eras, 2 different positions, 2 completely different players. You can make a legitimate case for either side. Reggie has more than double the amount of home runs with less attempts at bat, and not just a little bit less, 1,331 less attempts. Reggie also has more RBIs, and this is a huge deal because he has so much fewer attempts. But Derek is the way more efficient hitter. His batting average is 5% more accurate. They are both 14-time All-Stars. Reggie is an MVP and a 2-time World Series MVP. Jeter only has 1 World Series MVP. It's really close. If I had to find a tiebreaker, Reggie has proven that he is a walking all-star, as he played at an all-star level on many different teams. While Derek Jeter I do believe is certainly good enough to be a walking all-star, you can't deny that playing for the Boston Celtics of baseball, the Yankees, for his entire career has given Derek an incredible opportunity to play alongside an absolutely stacked team. And yes, Reggie did play with the Yankees as well, but he also three-peated with the Oakland Athletics. This is still a close call, and you can use the efficiency argument in Derek's favor, but twice as many home runs in less attempts, that's tough. My pick here is Reggie Jackson, who won the World Series during the years 1972, 1973, 1974, 1977, and 1978, playing for the Athletics and the Yankees. At 6 World Series wins, we have Whitey Ford and Eddie Collins. 2 different positions, 2 different eras, 2 different players. Ford played in the 1950s and 60s. Eddie played from 1906 to 1930. Ford is a pitcher and Eddie is a second baseman. If I had to find a tiebreaker, I will say that Ford is the winningest pitcher in Yankees history with a total winning percentage of 69 nice percent. That's really tough to beat and quite legendary. So for that, he gets my pick here. Ford won 6 World Series playing for the Yankees in the years 1950, 1953, 56, 58, 61, and 1962. Rest in peace to both legends. At 7, this is an absolute nail-biter. 3 all-time greats from Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, and the legendary Lou Gehrig. The Babe Ruth versus Mickey Mantle debate alone needs its own in-depth video. A bite-sized debate really wouldn't do this justice, but we gotta start somewhere. If these 3 had any other ring total, they could have easily claimed that spot. But here they are, all at 7, 7, and 7 World Series wins. Legend has it that Babe Ruth hit a 575-foot home run. It's a little hard to prove, but considering this guy was an absolute slugger, I wouldn't deny it either. And don't let Mickey's 536 home run total fool you. His talent is much larger than that number, as he did run into injuries during his career. If I had to pick just one of these 3 legends, it's close, but I gotta go with Babe Ruth. As on the field specifically, I believe he had so much more skill sets. He played pitcher for a little bit and outfielder. And it's not like he was just an average pitcher, he does hold an ERA title. Ruth won his World Series playing for both the Boston Braves and the New York Yankees. He's got 3 in Boston and 4 in New York. Rest in peace to all 3 legends, they are all amazing players. As for 8 World Series wins, I gotta go with the 11-time All-Star and Hall of Fame catcher, Bill Dickey. Good luck stealing any bases on his watch. He led the league with the highest percentage 3 times. He has a great caught stealing percentage, once at a great 60%, and has a career fielding percentage of 98.8%. Bill won his rings playing for the Yankees during the years 1928, 32, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, and 1943. Rest in peace to Bill. Only one player has 9 World Series wins, and that's Joe DiMaggio. But even if there were others here, it would be quite tough to take Joe's place at this spot, as he is a 3-time MVP, holds 2 batting titles. Joe won his 9 World Series with the Yankees in the years 1936, 37, 38, 39, 41, 47, 49, 50, and 1951. Rest in peace to Joe DiMaggio. Only one player has 10 World Series wins, and that's the legendary Yogi Berra. Much like Joe, even if there was competition here, it'd be tough to take Yogi's spot, as he is a 3-time MVP and an 18-time All-Star. He won his 10 rings playing for the Yankees during the years 1947, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 56, 58, 61, and 1962. Rest in peace to Yogi Berra. So here is the best MLB player from every ring total, all the way from 0 to 10. Let me know what you thought of this list and what you want to see in the future. Don't forget to grand slam that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Home Run Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.